Merriam on your right. Noah Walker on your left. Blue-white Stoneblade. Grixis Delver. Be given the green light here in just a moment. Alex Ellis, you hating everything Star Wars just breaks my heart. It's so boring. It's so boring. Who cares about, like, Darth Vader?
I'm not a huge – it never did it for me. I thought the first three, I enjoy them just fine. They aren't some foundational moment of my childhood or something I'm especially nostalgic for, but it's fine. The other ones just did not cross that bar.
It's just none of it.
But whatever. I know, people love it.
Well,
it's
people
fine.
like what they like. I don't have a problem if anyone likes Star Wars. I mean, a ton of people like Star Wars.
Right. Although I do have a problem if you like Jar Jar Binks.
I'm with him on that.
That is problematic.
I'm with him on that.
He is a problematic.
Yeah.
It is
it is a problematic thing.
A problematic character. Entity.
Yes. I don't remember much of that movie. I just remember I fell asleep during it like 25 or 30 minutes in. And I was like, I can't believe I let my friends take me this. And that was when I was like 13 or 14, by the way.
Yeah.
Where you stay awake during everything. I did fall asleep during The Ring, too.
Oh, yeah, The Ring is...
That movie, especially bad, woke up during the part where, like, the person was coming out of the television. So...
I saw The Ring in the theater with Osip Labadovich, and he kept screaming zombie flu. He is a great person to see some movies with.
I bet he is.
One of my fondest memories of that time in my early 20s and playing Magic and all that, going to the movie theater and seeing with Osip and seeing Jackass.
A couple of ponders here for both players. For Ross, it was via Flooded Strand into Island. For Noah Walker, it'll be off of an Underground Sea.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. Ross have Wastelands? I feel like that's
no. He's just blue-white. He's playing with Jason the Mind Sculptor.
Okay.
Usually, your lands are more important than theirs on average because you're playing with 4s. He has a Moorland Haunt. We talked about that before.
Yeah. Ross is this basic land maniac recently. Between this deck and he's playing Blue Moon in Modern, he's just all basics. Bomac Courier, trigger, remove a card, Source of Plowshares it. Now here's a fetch.
So this is really annoying. Explain to me this rule.
Okay.
Noah could determine what the card is under Bomac Courier right now by going through his deck and seeing what's the missing card.
Yeah, he also set his deck with Ponder, so he likely knows what that card is.
Sure, I'm just saying in general, what happens in Bomac Courier plus Fetch Land? Are you allowed to like take time and I guess the same slow play rules still apply?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what the intended when they printed Bomac Courier. I don't think this is what the intention was.
No, I understand.
Like with the fetch lines and everything. Yeah. Like in Standard, you wouldn't know.
I guess I wish the rule was essentially, I don't know how you would actually write this in the rules, but basically, if you pick up your deck, you can look at concealed cards that are face down.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Because you do know.
Yeah, because you can figure it out.
Right.
Sure. Okay, that would be interesting actually. True Name Nemesis. I would make sure you counter that because it's really annoying to play against. I don't think Ross is going to counter that.
He doesn't have a ton in the way of answers.
Well, this game might get really tough now.
Main deck Supreme Verdict, main deck Council's Judgment. He can try to overpower it.
Okay, there are some answers, though. Here's a Vendilion Click. This might be in response to True Name. By the way, it's going to get Daze. All right. Well, True Name's in now. Let's go back over to Merriam. He's in some trouble. He's got a Jason Mind Sculptor in hand, but if he plays it, he's going to have to likely plus it. Let's see what this is. All right, it's a True Name War. Neat. Well, Force of Will means it's not a True Name War. How's anyone beat Noah Walker ever?
We saw it.
I know. I watched it. How? It's just unbelievable. Here's a Brainstorm. Every time I watch him play Legacy, it looks like he can't possibly lose at any point.
And everything happens so fast.
No.
And this is a format where people just sit and stare at their hands and their cantrips for so long. And Noah plays like someone who's just gotten just thousands of matches in.
Uh-oh. What do we have here? He's going to a sideboard. Did he forget to de-sideboard? Not sure.
Find out in a moment.
Yeah. This could get ugly. In situations like this, it looks like he's calling a judge on himself. He may have forgotten to de-sideboard a card. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yep, this is easy enough to figure out.
They might just let him cleanly swap.
That is that really how that works?
I mean, I'm watching this just like you are.
Okay.
So we'll see. And we will find out from our table spotter, perhaps Nick Miller, exactly what's happened and what the ruling will be. As you see Tannen Grace and Dylan Donegan in the foreground here, Mono Green Tron against Grixis Death Shadow. And then the match off camera, Joe Lossett making his return to the SCG Tour here in Philadelphia, playing Grixis midrange against Oliver 2, playing White-Black Knights. A little touch of Knights, not like a ton of Knights.
Well, History of Benalia plus the 2 drops.
Yeah, the 2 drops. No Valiant Knight, though, which we've been seeing on Magic Online. Like, if it's Knights, I want all the creatures to be Knights. I don't want to see Glensley Siphoner in there or anything.
No.
I want all the Knights. Theme deck.
Right.
You play Kithkin, you don't play 12 Kithkin, you play 24 Kithkin. And then Cloud Goat Ranger because it makes Kithkin. That's how you build a deck.
Ideally, yeah, but the incentives are different there, too. The 1 drop in Kithkin is very loud. You got to load up.
All right, so there you go. Card got replaced, swapped out, shuffled, got a warning, finished brainstorm as usual. Apparently that's the ruling now.
Okay.
I didn't know that either. Here's a ponder. I think that's actually like a pretty good fix. What do you think?
I guess. I don't know. It's just a bit back when I played more actively. That's just an auto game.
Well, you get kicked out of the tournament.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah, you're banished to timeout for weeks.
So, yeah, if you can sort of inorganically but functionally solve it, that's great. That's just a very different judge philosophy from the one that I played with.
Back in our
I prefer less game losses over stuff like that. And just
Same.
Fix it when it's easy to fix. I would prefer that to be the way that it's handled, but it's just different than, different than how I was raised.
Yeah. We've talked about what happens if you miss a Braids trigger.
Yeah. You get out. Get out.
You get covered in gack.
Yeah.
Slapped in the face by a huge hand.
Slash your tires.
Just all of it.
Yeah.
All of it for one trigger.
And an iconic judge announcement beginning of Grand Prix Cleveland. Just get out. If you forget a braids, no, I'm sorry. Not even did you forget a braids trigger. Did you forget your opponent's braids trigger on your? It's not even your card.
Out.
Get out.
Don't even think about coming back.
Yeah. Braids running wild over Cleveland.
That was my first Grand Prix. My opponent had me in a Braids Genesis lock, forgot a Braids trigger, lost. That's a game loss back then. Jace is countered.
Just dazed to Chase, dazed to Vendilion click.
Gurmag Angler for a single mana definitely has a counterspell left in hand.
Yeah. Last card is I don't even know what the last.
I'm gonna guess Spell Pierce.
No, it's too bad here. Is it a Pyroblast in his main deck or something? I don't know.
Ross will draw. Ross is getting creamed right now.
Oh yeah, this is just getting a hole stomped in him right now. This is absolutely surgical from Noah.
No, it's like let me build my deck right. Let me get my sideboard card out of my deck.
He's just,
just throwing the best possible cards at him during that brainstorm.
Yeah. In between, it's just the best card in between his middle and index fingers, just throwing them at Ross every turn.
Let's see what this is. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage. All right. We can't even Snapcaster Snores. We got to go Pondering.
Yeah,
I told you it's a counter spell.
Is it Pierce?
Is it a Pierce? Yeah, obviously it's a Pierce. Obviously.
Perfect.
Yeah, attack you, block. Of course it's a Spell Pierce. Back to Ross we go. Force of Will. Nice. We're all done. Noah Walker. Gonna win game number 1 here over Ross Merriam.
I need to take a shower after watching that one. Wow. That was
boy. What a beat down. What a beat down. Of course it's Spell Pierce. If you watch Noah play, kidding me? You think this kid doesn't have it? Now he's helping Dylan.
Yeah. Never not have a guy over here.
We'll take a look at our sideboards. We'll start with Ross and his 2 disenchants.
He's got one. Noah's got one true name in the deck.
Had it.
That's the number I needed.
Yeah. Second one's bad. It's hard to cast. 2 disenchants, 2 spell queller. Excuse me. 2 surgical extractions. 9 one-ofs. Containment Priest, Path to Exile, Humility, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar, Flusterstorm, Pithing Needle, Meddling Mate, Supreme Verdict, Vendilion Click. Ross does have options.
Yeah, I would bring in the extra copy of Supreme Verdict, the Path, the Humility. I think I'd bring in Humility.
I'd bring in Humility. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That was in Chapin's top 25 white cards.
Humility is busted.
It's like, what was the Humility combo with there's some white card, like when they attack you gain a life?
I mean, there's a lot of combos with Humility.
Well, there's an enchantment that says whenever a creature attacks you gain a life. That was like a combo like back in the day.
I don't.
You're supposed to know this.
I kind of quit early Wrath Cycle.
All right.
Just got capsized locked too much as a child and quit.
For Noah Walker, 3 surgical extraction, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Abrade, 2 Diabolic Edict. He's got 6 one-ofs: a Pyroblast, a Red Elemental Blast, a Flusterstorm, a Liliana the Last Hope, a Bitter Blossom, and a Dark Blast.
I bring in the Abrades. Creature removal plus artifact removal, really good here. Red Blasts, not a whole lot to bring in, but I like the Abrades.
All right, those are both options for their players. Take a look at the leaderboard here. Looks like Donegan and Grace are still battling in game number 1, and then Oliver 2 wins game number 1 over Papa Joe Lossett. So, as Merriam and Walker shuffle up, Merriam will be on the play, but let's talk about SCG Game Night, shall we? The very popular promotion where, in the month of July, you can play with a little fire.
Whole new roster tokens will go in over here momentarily. You can head over to go.starcgames.com/game night, find out more information. Every month, Starcity Games comes out with new pins and tokens. We send to the stores that are signed up for game night, and then stores run game night however they want to. Right now, we got the July kit, Playing with Fire, and making its debut on air, I think, Order of the First Cheese.
Yeah, you better believe it.
That's August, and then after that, Garden Tendencies. Oh, that's tending a garden. Okay, cool. Go to StarCityGames.com/game night. Find the game night closest to you stores. If you want to get signed up for game night, contact your Star City Games in-store play representative.
Let's learn a little more about Noah Walker, shall we? I think his player slide should just say always has it. So the 22-year-old from Amherst, Massachusetts, not too far from here, with 11 open top 8s, 3 open wins, most of them with Grixis Delver. I believe 2 Grixis Delver and then 1 with the team constructed open for Noah Walker. At one point in his life, had more PTQ top 8s than years alive. Peed his pants at a pre-release when he was 12 because he wasn't aware he could leave the match to use the bathroom.
Those are good highlights.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like that peeing your pants thing, very in line with the braids conversation we had earlier.
Yeah.
You think you can go to the bathroom? Okay, you're out of the tournament now.
Get out of the tournament.
That's right. That is right. Looks like Tan and Grace wins game number 1 with Mono Green Tron over Dylan Donegan. Yeah, so that braids match that I brought up. It's day 2 of this Grand Prix. I'm 16, okay? So, in round, it was either 8 or 9. I think GPs back then were only 8 rounds.
It was based on attendance.
Yeah. So round 8, it was the last round of day 1. I played against Adam Prozac. We're so happy we draw.
Just to get into day 2.
Just to get into day 2. We're pumped, okay? So then round 1, I oversleep, missed the round.
Classic.
Okay? My friend calls my dad and is like, hey, I think he's supposed to be here. My dad wakes me up, gets me to the convention center from our house. It's about a 15-minute drive, 7 minutes. My dad floors it, okay? So now they don't drop me from the tournament, playing the next round. I'm getting mushed by some guy who's got Genesis, Braids, Phantom Centaur, just getting destroyed.
But you heard the judge announcement, so you know your one out is still there.
16-year-old me knows to keep playing.
Play on.
Just play on, because you never know. So my opponent, pays for his Genesis to get something back and just doesn't sack the Braids, and I'm just like, Judge? You know,
And he knows.
What did I...
And everyone knows.
And my opponent is furious. Furious. Not at me, at himself.
Yeah.
So mad. And all of his friends are like, whoa, you got to be kidding me. So then, the full friends yelling at him yelling at friends trail off, sign the match slip and leave. And at this point, I'm just like, pretty sure that was game 2 and he won game 1. And there was nothing I could do.
And that if you told the guy he'd yell at you.
There's nothing I was 16.
Well, he'd be mad that it's like, I just wanted to storm off. Don't ask.
Yeah. So that's how it ended. That's how that ended. And then I lost to your boy, Eugene Harvey.
Everyone lost to Eugene.
That's correct.
No one beat Eugene.
I lost to your boy Eugene Harvey playing for top 8 that weekend. And he was playing Wake.
Yeah.
He was playing Wake and Block. That was my first. That's what got me fully. That's what got me fully hooked in. Fully hooked into playing competitive match that tournament. I won an amateur prize, a cool $1,000. I bought a computer for me and my family, and then they never got to use it. Because all I did was sit and play StarCraft on it. And read magical articles on, what was it called, the dojo? Is that what it was called?
I think Grand Prix Cleveland was post dojo.
I think the dojo still existed then. No?
I don't know. That was 2001, 2002. Maybe it was still up. Might have still been.
There's
up
like the
at that
dojo, and I remember reading a lot of Team Academy.
Yeah, of course.
Those articles were very funny.
And yeah.
And I think at that point, Star City and Brainburst were rocking and rolling. At that point, producing content.
Target had a website.
I don't remember that.
Well, also, you don't remember the Astro Black columns?
So I remember that was a thing that existed.
Osip Levidovich's fake mailbag column?
I do remember that. I do. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Often written in a, let's say, an enhanced state.
I do remember that, actually, yeah. The young stages of Magic. Those were the days.
Yeah.
You miss a braid trigger, you're worse than a criminal.
You're worse than a criminal, and then you get to spend the next 2 weeks rinsed on Team Academy and Astro Black columns. Yeah, it's a different time.
Yeah, they could never print braids now, right?
Well, the card's too miserable, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of their design is informed by their judge policy. I would guess very little, but it's still a card that engenders a lot of warnings and game losses, and
that was one of my first favorite cards.
Like, I would not print the card because of judge policy. If I worked at Wizards of the Coast, I would not want to print Spirit of the Labyrinth. Just feels like that's, if you want to punish people drawing extra cards, there's ways to do it that don't engender so many game losses.
Okay. Tannen Grace does win game number 1 over Dylan Donegan, for those of you who missed it. So you see the updated scoreboard here. Walker's got a win on his side. Grace has one on his, and then Oliver 2 has one. So the team of Walker, Donegan, and 2 currently ahead of Merriam, Grace, and Lossett. So again, Merriam will be on the play here. See if he can keep up. As he got ran out of the gym that first game.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was not pretty.
Not good.
Or actually, it depends, I guess, on your perspective.
It's fun watching. Noah Walker give beatdowns.
If you like the experience of the Harlem Globetrotters spinning the ball on their finger
Which I do.
around some hapless traffic cone of a opponent, then you probably enjoyed that game.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
I enjoyed that game.
Yeah. All right, Ross is going to keep these. Scry to the top. All right, here we go. Island, pass the turn back. Let's go over to Noah Walker. It'll be a Bobo. Bomat Courier going to come in here for 1. I'm curious to see about Bomat Courier's cross-format applications over the next year and change.
So this is a little bit reductive, but even just Deathrite Shaman's banned, and now there's 1 less 1/2 blocking your 1/1. That's part of it.
Yeah. Oh, Tannen won. Okay. Tronyu. It's a bad matchup for Death Shadow. Like a really bad matchup. Just overpower you in a huge way.
By the way, this is my favorite start to a team tournament.
Okay.
A team match, rather.
Okay.
Is Team A gets games 1 in 2 matches and loses the match already in the other one.
Sure.
That's a good. I like that. I like that opening a lot.
Okay. Just one of the team. One of the players is already just done. Let's go back over to Noah Walker. Here comes Bobo. Another one. Bomat Courier's got some interesting little effects here, too. When you crack this, you can obviously set your deck with Brainstorm and Ponder and all the other stuff to make sure you get good cards or clear the top of your deck. Put the bad cards underneath Bomat Courier, so if they kill it, you don't even care. There's a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous. There's a basic Plains off the Flooded Strand for Ross. What's the follow-up? Is it Stoneforge? It'll be Snapcaster instead. Snapcaster looking to target Ponder. Merriam will sacrifice a fetch land, get a basic island, and now cast a Ponder. And that is going to get hit with a daze. Noah Walker says, I don't think so. Let's go back over to Noah now, who would probably like to clear a path for this Bomat Courier with a removal spell. See if he's able to do that or not. He'll start by sacrificing a Flooded Strand. Is it your name again?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it good? Does this resolve?
Never not have it, guy.
Ross!
Yeah. Roster Supreme Verdict. I would cast it.
Well, he needs to have a 4th land and a 2nd white mana, and it looks like he has neither.
Details. He's got something to play towards until no one makes him discard it. Looks like he has Humility, and maybe he has Humility. I think maybe Swords. Either way, he's got a way out of this, which he did not have in Game 1. So that's something. Noah Bobo. Beatdowns. All right, Ross going to block the good one. Okay, that'll happen. Fair enough. 4 damage going to come across. Looks like Merriam going to fall down to 12. Any follow-ups here for Noah? No. Ponder. Is this going to resolve? Wouldn't be surprised if Noah snaps like a blast effect at this.
Yeah, if you're worried about Supreme Verdict, then you got to battle over the cantrips here because you can't fight over the eventual spell.
Yeah. And there's a blast effect. I'm not too surprised at that at all. Ross going to fight back with a Flusterstorm. Okay. It's very clear Ross needs this Ponder to resolve, and it will. So he's going to take a look at the top couple of cards. There's not a land there. So I think Merriam's got to shuffle. He knows he's got to shuffle because he needs to resolve Supreme Verdict. So shuffle with Ponder is what Ross Merriam will do. 4-time SCG Tour Open champion looking for a fetch land or a white source. It's a Swords of Plowshares. Back to Noah Walker we're going to go. Walker will draw. Ross probably going to fire off one of these swords. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see what this is. First, Noah Walker. He'll start off with a Brainstorm. Brainstorm, of course, going to resolve in the face of a white mana.
And Walker hopefully gets to assemble a small bit of a shuffle here with the Bomat Courier trick.
Yeah, Bomat Courier, interesting. Is Walker going to tag in Dylan Donegan, asking for a little bit of help here? Dylan Donegan was checking out Oliver 2's match. Now he's here to help Noah Walker out. Dylan, a lot of experience with Grixis Delver, trust me. And you got to remember Donegan, a former Invitational champion and Players Championship competitor. That young man in the middle has done a lot of winning here on the SCG Tour, as has Noah Walker, as he's going to come across with Bomat Courier and Trine Nemesis. Merriam going to fall down to 8. Walker going to sacrifice a land. What's the follow-up going to be?
And Merriam not wanting to use the plow here because he has to cast Supreme Verdict anyway. He might as well leave it for some leftovers.
That is a discard spell. I told you you'd have a discard spell.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you. Never not have it, guy. Here's the swords. Your Supreme Verdict is about to go to the graveyard. But he can't take both. Humility, 2 snaps, and a verdict.
I would imagine that you want to take Supreme Verdict here because you can potentially counter the Humility. You can't do the same thing with the Verdict, but... Bitter Blossom as the follow-up. So, enjoy your humility, I guess. Noah.
This is a beating.
1 in the board.
This is a
so
beating.
awesome.
Yep, this is a beating.
It's not even just that it's really good here. It's just making fun of Ross for having humility.
It is. It really is.
The point of this is to be degrading.
Yeah.
It's humiliating.
Ross going to sacrifice a Flooded Strand right now while Noah is tapped out. Probably going to search for just a basic Plains.
It's just the funniest card he could have here. You know, if he had something that dealt direct damage to finish out the game, it would not be nearly as funny as, you know.
As Bitter Blossom on cleanup duty? No, this is perfect.
Against humility. It's
yeah,
just too
perfect.
It's too perfect. Just tapping out every turn.
Noah going to very quickly untap, lose a life, make a fairy. Where's our relax hat? There he is. Draw a card. 3 mana. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Burn the tape. Just burn the tape. This is too much.
Yeah, this is
too much.
So great. All right, humility.
Yeah. That resolves. Ross will draw back to basics. Nice. Nice. If it could go wrong for Ross in this match, it has.
This has been
it has. Yeah, that's
so great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Noah Walker going to win this match against Ross Merriam 2-0. My goodness.
What an absolute stomping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is why team events can be beneficial because
Wow.
Ross's team can still win.
Yeah.
They can still win even though he just got shellacked by Noah Walker. Whew. Let's tune in to Oliver 2. Joe Lossett, what's going on here? All right, I'm going to take a look at this battlefield.
Profane Possession, it looks like.
Yeah, I see Profane Procession has taken care of a Scarab God and a Torrential Gearhulk. Not bad. Now here's a Knight of... that's not Knight of Malice. Might be Knight of Glory. Make sure I get this right. Knight of Grace, pardon me. So many Knight ofs in Magic. Knight of Grace on the battlefield now for Oliver 2. Joe Lossett gonna draw. Picked up a Dragon Skull Summit. Gonna play a Dragon Skull Summit. Has a Knight of Grace of his own that I imagine came back from the Scarab God. Cast Out is taking care of Nicol Bolas. This is a Nicol Bolas. I think Joe has 7 mana to transform that Nicol Bolas. Now things are getting real interesting. Yeah, that one came back, yeah, from Scarab God. That's why it's eternal. So Nicol Bolas is going to transform into the Arisen. Starts on 7. We'll see where Joe wants to go with the powerful new Planeswalker. And we'll take a look at the Planeswalker. +2, draw 2 cards. -3, deal 10. 10's a lot. Deal 10 to something. As Joe's going to first start with Liliana, turning over a couple of cards and making a zombie. Let's see, exile all, but the bottom player's card is -12, and then -4 is you can rebuy a creature or a Planeswalker. I push Planeswalker, but you got to work for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is 11 mana.
Yeah, you got to work for it. I don't mind this card being really good. Here come the beatdowns. Zombie. All right, Oliver 2 is at 5. Draw a card. Didn't get a great look at what he drew. Has access to Procession. Not a ton past that, though. Now he's going to chit-chat with Dylan. Dylan says, yeah, dude, you're beat. He says, all right, I'm going to concede. So Joe Lossett's going to win game number 2 here over Oliver 2. White Black Knights, Grixis mid-range, getting ready to go to game number 3. And we've got sideboards for that game, so let's take a look at them. Where we're going to start with Oliver 2, who's got 3 Duress, 2 Arguls, Bloodfast, 2 Profane Procession, 2 Kitetail Freebooter, 2 Settle the Wreckage, a Doomfall, a Current Sign of Urza, an Angel of Sanctions, and a Forsake the Worldly. Presumably, Patrick, this matchup is a long one, so what do we like?
Well, I like the Bloodfast, the Profane Processions, and then the Doomfall, the Karn I would bring in here as well. Probably not Duress. I think too many of Lossett's quality cards are creatures.
Yeah, Nicol Bolas, Scarab God, Torrential Gearhulk, those are all creatures. And it seems like a lot of the spells are just, you know, they're They can be replaced by
So
other things.
a quick thing to go over that game. Oliver 2 had 2 creatures under profane possession, and Lossett had some creatures on the battlefield.
Yep.
They were all tokens, though. One of them was looked like created through the Scarab God.
Yeah,
and the other was a zombie.
Yep.
The profane possession only transforms if there are 3 creatures underneath it. So you can keep nuking tokens, but there was no way for Oliver to get it flipped over and play either the Scarab God or the Torrential Clear Hulk that was underneath there.
For Joe Lossett, 3 Duress, 2 Chandra's Defeat, 2 Jace's Defeat, 2 Essence Extraction, 2 Vizier of Many Faces. He's got a Bloodfast of his own, a Glimmer of Genius, an Hour of Devastation, and a Walking Ballista.
I love the Ballista, the Hour of Devastation, the Glimmer, and the Bloodfast.
I like a lot of those one-ofs there. Those
The
look
one-ofs
pretty good.
all seem very good to me.
Interesting that Duress not probably going to come in from for either player.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's more for the pure blue-black, Esper, blue-white controlled style matchups.
Well, both these players going to go to the drawing board. You see Joe getting a little help from Tannen and Ross, and of course you've got Oliver getting a little help there from Dylan and Noah. You got to remember as well the team of Noah Walker, Dylan Donegan, and Oliver too. They are Team Constructed champions already. Won in Baltimore late last year. We might see them win again here in Philadelphia. Who knows? But they've had a lot of success. And it's also worth noting that last weekend we were in Worcester, Noah Walker and Dylan Donegan, they teamed up with Mike Sigrist, former Player of the Year, and they made the top 4.
A fine teammate to choose.
Not bad, old Siggy.
A fine choice.
Not bad at all. So these players continue to go to the drawing board, and that means we got some time to show you some stuff. And I'm thinking we talk about the weekly sale. Because I want to make sure that everybody at home gets themselves a nice playmat or some sealed products.
And you can go over to go.cerseigames.com/weekly sale. Check out all the items. Every Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, come up with a new sale, new categories. So make sure to be checking back at the website at least once a week, see what the sale is. For the time remaining, though, 50% off, up to 50% off, select playmats and sealed products. So you can get a playmat and then buy a box and then open the contents of the box on your playmat. For example, go.cerseigames.com/weekly sale.
That's how you sell it right there.
Yeah.
That's oof.
You reel them in,
Oof.
and then you throw them back out.
Right, that's right. That's right. And you know what? There'll be a new sale on Monday, too.
Yeah.
Something else to buy.
Yeah, there's a new multiple items.
Yeah.
It's never just the one thing.
Yeah, maybe Aristocrat Cave will be on there.
No,
You probably bought them all.
No,
anyway.
SCG keeps raising the price. Every time I buy every time I buy them out of their foils, they bump the price up. They know I'm going to pay whatever.
They got you.
They got me.
They always win.
They got me.
Yep. I'm waiting for one of those Ristic Caves in the mail. Maybe you know what we should do for Grand Prix Denver? Can we make like Ristic Cave shirts? Could we be Team Ristic Cave?
Team Ristic Cave.
Me, you, and Benny?
I don't know. I don't know about being team anything.
Oh boy, fun police over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
It's on you. I don't want to do anything. I got to make sure. I got to keep you because I know that you are volatile.
Oh,
you'll drop quick.
Oh, and this is I guess now this is a public announcement of sorts.
Oh yeah.
We are playing together. Grand Prix Denver.
First time ever.
First time ever. Me, you, and Ben Lundquist.
Otherwise known as Benjamin Beatdowns.
Benny Beatdowns.
We're coming, I would say for first, but I'm just hoping to make day 2.
I want to win or bust out. I do not want to make it day 2.
That's step 1. That's step 1.
The last Grand Prix I played in, I made day 2 with the worst record possible to make day 2.
Okay.
That was not fun. I am not looking to repeat that experience.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to hoist the trophy. I just one step at a time. One step at a time. Team sealed, right?
Team sealed.
Oof. You got a lot of success in that format.
Grand Prix second place.
Yeah.
2 Grand Prix fifths.
Yes.
Grand Prix 12th.
Yes.
And 2 Pro Tour 9th places.
Good God. I'm leaving a lot of the decisions up to you. I have a Grand Prix 9th in Team Sealed. That's it. Mm-hmm. With Arnold Lax and Thomas Ashton.
Me and my squad, we used to bang.
I know.
we were
Horvath and
Craig Krempels.
Yep. Who's here this weekend?
Yep.
Might have him under the lights here soon enough as a Knight of Grace kicks things off here in game number 3 for Oliver 2. Oliver 2. You might as well play the chapel now. There you go. And a history of Benalia.
That's the draw.
Yep, that's where you want to start. Old 2-3. We'll see what 4 is. Fatal Push. Take care of the token. Can't take care of the Knight. Let's go back over to Joe. And Joe got a 3rd land. He doesn't solve for falls. Enters the battlefield tapped. And it's a Bloodfast. We'll go back over to Oliver. He'll draw a card. Read Chapter 2 of the Saga. Another Knight. History of Benalia, mythic rare from Dominaria. First 2 chapters, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with a vigilance. And then, oh boy, look at this.
Is this lethal next turn?
Looks like it might be. Did he play 2 2-drops? What happened there?
Yeah, he played 2/2s.
What happened with the cast out? Just cycled that earlier. He cycled on 1?
On 1. Cycled
Okay,
on 1.
okay, yeah. It's a little confused. I guess he's probably thinking he doesn't have Yahenni's expertise. If he does, the game ends.
Yeah, but, I mean, are you going to slow play this and keep these knights back in your hand?
Doomfall strat. Okay. No, I mean, you're going to do your thing. Draw this, take a ton, dead. Okay, dead, basically, yeah. Dead. That's 3. I guess Joe goes to 1. Yeah, that was easy. Well, if you draw like that, I'd play knights every time.
History of Benalia is really powerful when you play along with other knights.